Hi, everybody. I am going to be talking today about the loneliness epidemic. I recently attended South by Southwest here in Austin, Texas last month. We're in April 2026. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. When was the last time you felt genuinely known by someone in your professional life, in your work? Not just feeling useful to them, but like actually known. Most people in business feel more isolated than they let on. And it's a real epidemic. It's not a personal failing. This is not something that, if you feel this way or if you've ever felt this way, it's not something you've done. It's more about the way that we engage with each other. That's the scale of the problem. So I want to talk a little bit about what inspired me. I attended, as I said, South by Southwest this year, and this is Kelsey Killam, and this is her second year to do a keynote, and she does a great job. I'll share also in a second her book that you can get and read more about her, but she talks about social health and defines social health as the dimension of your overall health and well-being that comes from connection. So, we've got physical health, mental health. We talk about health with our relationships, but this is about social health and really taps into our business relationships too. It's a highly undervalued and not looked at often enough. This is a quote. She said, "The industry around social health innovation is emerging to meet this demand, and I expect it to boom in the years to come." She's doing a lot of research around this and shared a lot of things that she learn, and I'm going to share a few of those as well. And she basically is saying that every sector will be disrupted by social health innovations. So there's going to be, keep an eye out, there's going to be some really cool things to come, which is one of the reasons why I'm building a community. It starts with, I'm on your team and we can build a community around us to also be on our teams together. This is her book. I'm going to leave this up for a second if you want to scan that to get her newsletter. She's got some really great stuff. So I wanted to recommend her and the work that she's doing. And I also wanted to share some of the things that I learned from her. Loneliness has been classified by the Surgeon General's office as a public health epidemic. Who knew? It is the same. So they're saying that loneliness there's a reason why I'm talking about all of this, but that loneliness is undiagnosed epidemic. Loneliness has been classified by the Surgeon General's office as a public health epidemic, and it affects us in our businesses. So this is why it's really important to be talking about this. I don't think we're talking about it enough. Here's some statistics of some things that I have been looking at and learning about. This is from the OECD. That's the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. That's a global organization. They're really cool. You should go check them out. But here they're talking about, and you can read right here in the middle of the screen, that loneliness, a statistic around loneliness is creating up to 871 global deaths annually. Wow. Here's another one, Hotlandstad, about 15 cigarettes. This means that our loneliness contributing to earlier death is similar to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. I don't smoke, so I don't want my loneliness to cause a premature death either. Here's another, the U.S. Surgeon General Advisory on Healing Effects of Social Connection. My point is, this is being talked about all over the place. This is an Inc. magazine. Loneliness, an underdiagnosed epidemic among new CEOs. I've always said, I've been in business for 25 years, and I've always said the phrase, "It's lonely to be at the top." We can all relate to that. But this is talking about studies of CEOs with isolation and loneliness. And this is the Gallup poll comes out with this report every year. I didn't even know. Really cool state of the global workplace. And I want to skip right down here to page 14. Check this out, y'all. Okay. Well-being increases when employees see their work as intrinsically rewarding and good for others, because it's not just our own, as business owners, our own well-being. It affects the people that work for us, whether they're W-2, 1099, whoever is on your team, right? When they and you feel like you are having an impact, it actually improves your well-being. And how do we do this? Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about this today. One of the problems that we don't talk about enough is that in business, we're treating connection like a luxury instead of a necessity. We get stuck at our computers and what can we type, and there's so much work we could be doing, like literally just sitting on our computer all day. So historically, the professional world rewards performance and penalizes vulnerability. So we never let people in. And so what I feel like is really, really important for combating all of this is having a really great team around us. I talk about strategic alliances in the way of getting referrals. Yes. However, there's a huge part of forming these alliances with other business owners where we have each other's back. It's not just about what can you do for me and what can I do for you, but like really understanding each other's businesses, what makes us tick, what are we trying to build. Like if we understand each other's strategies and what it is that we're actually trying to create, oh my gosh, we can actually help each other do that. Not just, can you come and work with my client, right? Or can I help your client? Like, it's not just that. But I want to say something on that too, is that it also creates a really great camaraderie and kind of a team approach. Oh my gosh, we can really surround our clients with community also. You see where I'm getting at? It's like all over the place. And when we work remotely, it just accelerates this feeling of isolation and loneliness. And the reality is, as a CEO, as a business owner, we've got to be able to be in a creative headspace. We can't think strategically about our businesses unless we can get creative. I'm often talking to people about, if you need to sit down and think about your strategy or rethink your strategy, get out of the office or wherever you normally work, go someplace that's bright and beautiful. If it needs to be outside in a park, or we've got a gorgeous library downtown in Austin. I mean, there's so many places. Sometimes I go to just really nice lobbies of hotels because they're just, I don't know, fresh. And like, get yourself in a place that is not distracting to your normal day-to-day, and you can think about your strategy. But to do this with your channel partners, oh my gosh, we can really just do so much more. When we're networking out at functions, a lot of us are going to networking functions. It gives us, if that is your point of connection, it's honestly, it's a false sense of connection because you're hitting a whole bunch of people in a very short space of time. There's not a lot of real depth that can happen in these little micro connections that we can have, badge scanning and card collecting. It's very surface level. It's the one-on-one follow-ups that you have with these folks after. That's where you can actually get, even if it's Zoom, but really getting to know each other, not just, hi, what's your name? What do you do? Right? But like, understand why are they in business in the first place? What are they trying to do here? So they say loneliness can impair our decision-making, our creativity, and our resilience. Those are the three things we all need as business owners: decision-making, creativity, and resilience. So if we are isolating and working on the computer on our own by ourselves, studies show that we're also more likely to make fear-based decisions, which is not always good for the business. When we can be more open about the possibilities and have more of an abundance mindset, that's not going to come from this kind of place of isolation and loneliness or fear-based, right? And the businesses grow fastest when we're not doing it alone. So having a circle, having a network, a posse of people who can open doors and share intelligence. Have you ever had a conversation with someone else about your business and gotten an idea, or just honestly, sometimes the questions they ask us about what we're trying to build or how we're trying to get there helps shed light on what we're doing. Like, we get so much data and information, sometimes even just speaking it out loud to another person. There's so many benefits that we can have. So the reframe is to have business friends, right? This is your business health strategy, and having channel partners just takes it a little bit of a step further. Your channel partners are your strategic alliances or your power partners. It's not just a growth tactic. This is your investment in your business social health. If you have employees, one of the things that we've done in my past company is we got our employees together as a happy hour with our channel partners' employees. Just like no agenda, just literally like, let's all get to know each other, right? It was also a way of kind of announcing this is how we're operating together and what we're doing together, and how we're in cahoots, right? And then the people on your teams get to understand who else is on their team. And it's also just a really fun way of connecting these two businesses. So if you have teams, get with your channel partners and their team and have some kind of social activities together. It's a lot of fun. It helps your team. The more your team, by the way, understands what it is you're trying to do and how you're trying to grow, they're going to be more engaged in your business and the success of that business, and being a part of that with you. It's the number one thing that employees really appreciate in work environments where they feel like they have an impact on what is happening. And the only way they can really do that is if they understand where y'all are going. A few key takeaways I would like for you to take away from this is your business relationships, your channel partners. Think of it as a business friendship, right? We are business friends because of the opportunities that we can create together and how well a match we are. If you're not sure how to do match, I've got videos and all kinds of training on how to do that process. When you are in these relationships, you can share and engage in each other's short-term and long-term strategies, your growth strategies, give input of that with each other. It creates this I grow when you grow kind of mentality. It's a collaborative growth mindset of thinking, opportunistically. Your channel partners can also be your key outside advisor and vice versa. They can be your go-to-market ally for any new products or new services you may be coming up with, or a new market that you're going to get into. They can help you to do that. Shared culture and social health among teams. I just talked about that. And the ultimate, probably assumed, it's the best way of joining forces and working on clients together and collaborating and putting your clients first and making sure that your clients know this is how much I love you. So I hope that this has been helpful for you to understand at least my interpretation of the value of these connections. You don't need a whole bunch of these. You just need a few of the right ones. Up to 61% of CEOs report feelings of loneliness, with half of those saying it negatively affects their performance. Studies show that it's more than half of those, and here's another one that I think might leave you with a little hope. Companies with strong workplace social ties see 21% higher profitability and significantly lower turnover. I mean, I think that's going to be obvious, right? If your employees and your team are super excited to be on this path with you and growing what you're trying to grow, and understanding how that's impacting your clients' lives, that is really where productivity can really boost. And with that kind of engagement, your profitability is going to go up as well. That's when people start finding efficiencies, like they want to be a part of this solution, right? So keep them involved. If you want to know more about having more depth in your business relationships, not just quantity, but quality, knowing why you want to build intentionally and not accidentally, then you can follow my YouTube channel for more information. You can attend one of my accelerator events, and you can join my community. I've got a community of referral-based businesses that are doing business together and creating these ecosystems of relationships. So I hope you consider me as a part of your team, and I hope you think about joining us.